So, due to my inconsistent upload schedule and the fact that Insomniac have uploaded a few trailers for Spider-Man 2 since I planned this video, we do know a few suits that will be in the Spider-Man game for Miles and Peter. But I'm going to go ahead and make this video anyway, and that is my top 6 suits that I want for Miles Morales in Spider-Man 2. Originally I had about 8 or 9 suit picks for Miles, but because of my inconsistent uploads and that new trailer I talked about, I had to narrow it down to about 6, because they did showcase a few new suits in that trailer. Some were my picks. But I'll get into those suits that are confirmed from that trailer later on this video, so make sure you stick around for that. Alright, so the first suit on my list is a fairly recent suit for Miles, and that is his suit from Across the Spider-Verse. Across the Spider-Verse is a fairly recent movie, only coming out a few months ago. However, I do believe that it has given us an iconic look for Miles Morales as Spider-Man. The design alone makes it unique compared to other Miles suits, and with it coming from a fairly received movie like Across the Spider-Verse, would definitely be a fan favourite. Also, with the Into the Spider-Verse suit being in the previous Miles Morales game, I do think that this suit will be in the sequel. And speaking of the Spider-Verse, my second pick on my list is how Miles looked during the What's Up Danger scene from the first movie, with him basically wearing the Into the Spider-Verse suit but with the addition of some shorts, his Jordans and his green jacket. Now this was a suit that people wanted back when the first Miles game was coming out, but obviously we didn't get it there. Which does make sense because we got a similar looking suit with the sportswear suit in that game, which had Miles wearing a jacket and shorts, but it wasn't exactly the look from the movie. So I feel like Spider-Man 2 will be a great place to give Miles this variation of his suit from the Spider-Verse movie, especially if they want to give Miles as many suits as possible, since Peter has hundreds of different suits to wear, in a way to try and level them out a bit. And that scene from Into the Spider-Verse was just amazing, with What's Up Danger playing in the background as Miles finally becomes Spider-Man, and now people will be able to finally recreate that moment in the game using this suit. Plus, this rendition of the suit was heavily used in the marketing for the movie back in 2018, with posters, and even had that look be used with action figures as well. So it's quite an iconic version of the Spider-Verse suit, and I don't see why it wouldn't be in the next game. Third on my list is a suit that appeared in the 2019 Absolute Carnage event, in which Miles Morales bonds with the Carnage symbiote. There are 2 reasons why I have this suit on my list. First reason is because the suit for Miles is quite unique and it looks cool, especially since it has 4 arms and it looks so menacing and terrifying, which a symbiote suit should be. And my second reason is because this new game is obviously focusing on the symbiote saga, with Peter getting the black suit and then Venom being the main villain in the game. And it's already been confirmed in that new trailer that we will be getting new symbiote suits for Spider-Man as well. So it's a no-brainer that I put the suit in this list, because it's more than likely we'll be getting symbiote suits for Miles as well as Peter. Or at least I hope they will, because that way they can level out the amount of suits each Spider-Man can get, and it won't feel like one is getting more suits than the other. Nevertheless, this suit looks cool and it fits with the whole symbiote theme of the game, so that's why I've put it on this list. And now the 4th suit on my list is another Spider-Verse movie suit, and that is the red and blue store suit that Miles buys from Stan Lee in the shop early on in the film. I feel that this is another iconic suit for the movie that is yet to be in an Insomniac game, since it wasn't in the Miles game. I don't really see why. It's basically a Spider-Man suit that you'd see a regular kid wear, with the eye holes, and it is quite basic in design. But it's quite similar to the homemade suit from Homecoming, where it's intentionally basic and simple, yet still looks good and unique. And Miles did wear this suit more than he did his actual suit in the film, so it's quite a shame that we haven't seen it in a Spider-Man game yet. So now I think it's a great opportunity to give Miles this suit. Number 5 on my wish list is the Cosmic Spider-Man suit from Miles. This suit first appeared in the Spider-Geddon event back in 2018, when Miles was gifted cosmic powers, just like how Peter was given them that one time. And speaking of Peter's cosmic suit, the design for Miles' suit is very similar, besides the mouth portion, which has the red webbing on the black instead of the black on red. And if this suit does make it into the game, I think it will give us some sick suit powers and would look so cool to see in cutscenes as well in combat. And now the 6th and final suit I'd like to see in the game is yet another suit from Across the Spider-Verse, and that is obviously the Earth 42 Prowler suit from the end of that movie. Now I really love this suit, especially because it's another unique design for a unique version of Miles Morales. The whole reveal of his character at the end of Across the Spider-Verse was amazing and a great surprise, which really elevated the ending of that film. And yeah, we have already seen a Prowler themed suit in the previous Miles game, but this suit from the movie is a lot better in my opinion. The claws, the bright purple and the mask, I can just picture the amount of photo mode options this suit will give you, especially with the expressive eyes. And it has been months now since Across the Spider-Verse released, so that Prowler reveal isn't really a spoiler anymore, so it wouldn't really be a problem to have that suit in the game now. So there you have it guys, my top 6 Miles Morales suits that I wanted to see in Spider-Man 2. And before you jump in the comments, yes I know, most of the list are just suits from Spider-Verse movies, but trust me, when I planned this video back when it was released, when I released the Peter Parker suits video, I did have a few more suits that aren't on this list. However, they were revealed in that new trailer that dropped a few weeks ago, so I do apologise. And speaking of suits that were revealed in the trailer, I'm going to be talking about the suits that we did manage to spot for Miles in that trailer, so let's get into that. So the first suit we get to see is the Shadow Spider suit, which we did know we were getting since it was revealed as a pre-order bonus along with the Arachnite suit for Peter. Now this suit looks cool, especially with the hood and the cape, however I don't really have an attachment with this suit, but it is a cool design and I probably will play with it at least once. Then the next suit we see is the 10th anniversary suit, and this is one of the suits that originally was on my list, but once I saw the trailer I knew I had to strike it off. But I'm not surprised they've added this suit to the game, as it is an important suit due to being for the 10th anniversary of Miles Morales in the comics as a character, and it does have a unique design that stands out among the others. We also get a glimpse of the Puerto Rican suit, which appears for a split second. At first I thought it was the Captain America suit, but I do believe it's the Puerto Rican suit that Miles has worn before. And yeah, this suit looks cool, obviously emphasising the fact that his mother's Puerto Rican and his connection to that. So yeah, all good stuff. And another suit that was on my list was the Black Iron Spider suit. This was in my list for a long time, but had to be removed because of the confirmation in the trailer. I really like the look of this suit, the classic Iron Spider design, but obviously it being black instead of red makes it stand out. Perhaps you could even change the colour so you can get the classic Iron Spider suit, since they're introducing shaders to the game, and we'll probably get the same suit power as the first game with the robotic arms coming from the back. Now this suit's a little harder to find in the trailer, but if you look to the left at all the other suit options, you can almost make out some of the other designs that'll be in the game, and one that stood out to me was the Spider-Man Life Story suit, or more specifically the space suit. This suit appeared in the 6th chapter of Spider-Man Life Story, which is a story about Peter Parker growing up through the years from the 60s to the present day. And we get to see Miles in the story too, which is nice, and in the 6th chapter, Peter and Miles go to space for a mission and they wear these new spacesuits. Now the suit does look a bit like the classic Miles suit design, but it does have a few differences and upgrades. Most notably is the space helmet. This is a unique design for a Spider-Man costume, simply because it's a suit that's made for space, which you don't really get to see with Spider-Man because he's a grounded hero. But this is one of those rare chances where he does go to space and fight some cosmic being, which is nice to see. And now what I wasn't really expecting to appear in this game are returning suits. Fan favourite suits that appeared in the first 2 games will be able to be used in Spider-Man 2. And Miles has quite a few returning suits. We get to see the base suit from the first game, along with the sportswear suit, the 2099 suit, the track suit, and the Purple Rain suit. And I am so happy that they've done this, because I'm a big fan of playing as the classic Peter Parker suit in the first Spider-Man game, and I was quite nervous that they weren't going to add the suit to the next game. Thankfully we sort of got the confirmation that we're going to be getting all the returning suits in Spider-Man 2. People have fan favourite suits that were in the first games, and not being able to play as them in the next one would have been a bad idea, but thankfully Insomniac are bringing those suits back for the next game, which is a huge dub. So yeah, that's all the suits I'd like to see Miles have in Spider-Man 2, which is only 1 month away, which is mad. I can't wait. But what do you think? What's some Miles suits that you want to see in Spider-Man 2? Let me know in the comments below. And with that being said, my name's Symzel. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you've liked the video and subscribed to stay up to date with new content like this. So take care, and I'll see you in a bit.